All right, we are live. All right. So, I got some fun stuff to do today. Yes, I'm losing my voice. So, good morning, good morning, guten Morgen, however you want to say it. What's up, Chris? How's it going? Did I not do I'm on mine? Yeah, late night. I just been in a blah mood. And I'm losing my voice if you guys can't hear. So, probably really shouldn't be streaming with that, but it'll be all right. Morning, Chris. Surprisingly enough, there's 6 people online right now. Let's back up online. Nope, unavailable. Business and industrial supplies, huh? Oh, that's the total. Okay. Oh, all right. Cool. Oh. All right. So these guys are all done. Oh boy, is that a failure? What in the hell, Wobby? That is a weird failure. It totally did not even print it. Hopefully it's in there somewhere. All right. What did I do? What did I do with my other scraper? Oh, I'm staring right at it. It's gonna be one of them days, huh? Just one of them days. What's up, bud? How's it going? Why is it on there? What the hell is going on here? Oh, did they finally fix that? No shit. That would be awesome if they finally fixed that. So, an issue I've been having is I'm streaming to my personal page, then I'm streaming to my group. The problem is anything that is said on my personal page, I do not see. But on here at least, or over here in the chat. Um, but on my group page, I can see everything. So I usually have to open up my personal page to see everybody's comment because I usually miss it. But now it seems like it's working. Nope, I'm just dumb. Never mind. The car's running, but nobody's behind the wheel. What's up, James? How's it going? Hi, iPhone 7. How you liking the new Howlett printer? It's going all right. We've had a little bit of rocky road at the beginning, but it's been pretty good so far. We had I said it was a Hollow Knight bust, so I had to delete the video because it's not Hollow Knight. It's actually Moon Knight bust. We did that. I found a creator that does some like really cool miniatures, so I printed those up right now, and we're taking them off the build plate because I need to get some other stuff done. And yeah, basically I have to take all the supports and everything off these, get another print set up, and then we're good to go. Can you see this? I'm watching from your personal page. No, I can't see it. I can't see it in the chat here. I do still have to open up my normal page. For some reason, it was directing me to the 3D printing for noobs group. I don't know why, but I can see James. I can see everything. What's your best printer that you go to? That's really a hard one. Used to be my Weebox Lite 130, which is behind my Sonic Mini 8K right here. But right now, the go-to that has been printing consistently nonstop is the Mini 8K. Actually, it's been a pretty good workhorse. The Hallett, I'd say it's kind of so-so. It's not the greatest. Will I say that it's a good printer when it comes to the review? We still got to do a little bit more printing with it to say yes. But I will say the one thing that I wanted to work on this was the remote printing side. So what I did is I grabbed a file from the Creality cloud and I pre-supported it, set it all up, and I have yet to print it, like get it to print. It's always just the supports. So you looking forward to the mighty 8K with all the stats released? Yeah, that's going to be a pretty disruptive printer in the market. It's a 10-inch printer, 10-inch screen at 8K. And what? They said 28 microns, which is insane. That's half of anything else that's on the market at its size, I think. I don't know what the 6K, the Mono 6K is, but still, that's an 8.9 inch. So it can't even compare to that. So, but I think that still even beats it in microns. Um, the closest printer to that printer that I have currently, well, you can't see it right now, but the Uniformation GK1, that's about as close as you're getting to that, and that's a 5K printer. And I think that one is at 43 microns. So I mean that's pretty good, but man, yeah, 6 microns short of the mini, and it's probably double the size. Now, granted, I know the other flip side to that is it's not much bigger than the mighty 4K in terms of build. Actually, they took off a little bit on the Y, and then they added it on the X. or something like that. I don't know, but it's very similar to the Mighty 4K, but I mean that's understandable. It is a 9.3-inch screen, so there's not much room of improvement on there. So um, the one thing that kind of disappoints me about it that I really wish that they would have put a little bit more effort into is I hate pop-up tops. I hate them. I hate these. I'm done with them. Like the small printers, okay, I'm fine with that. But when you start getting into anything above 8.9-inch, the medium sized printers, it's got to go. It's got to go. And especially when you're going to a 10-inch printer, come on now. I'm not going to bother you, I don't think. Everybody bothers me. It's fine. I have no problem being bothered. Even though I can't talk, it's fine. My wife will probably think that just means I can't make TikToks today. I can understand that. Love my Mega AK and the door access. Yeah, I purchased some FEP film today, and thankfully I can go and pick it up locally. I purchased it. It's 2 feet by 2 feet FEP film, and it was like $73. It's kind of expensive, but I mean, I think I'll get two FEPs out of that. So I mean, when I really think about the price that it is on Frozen's website, it's not that bad, even with the shipping. You're not going to get the Mighty. Hey, that's perfectly fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion on it. I'll be honest, it's another printer to add into the market that's already kind of overfilled, in my opinion. Um, but the thing is like anybody that comes out with a small printer nowadays, basically anything under 8.9-inch, it's pointless nowadays. People are looking for bigger and higher resolution printers now, and to see a company come out with something new that's small is kind of pointless because even though they market to a specific amount of people that are getting into 3D printing, it's better. I would say it's better for a newbie to come in and get an 8.9-inch screen or bigger and automatically have it. So, what's up, John? Thank you for the link to McMaster. I'm gonna go pick up some stuff for the Mighty today. Some FET film. It's 2 feet by 2 feet. It's like $73 for it. So I gotta go pick that up today. Shit. I just realized, oh man, I got stuff to do today. I got somebody I gotta talk to. Oh, this is gonna be a fun day. I hope I get my voice back. At least a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna check out this vat because I think one of these prints has failed inside this vat. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go hit up McMaster Car today and get some stuff for the Mega. Yeah, there's a fail print right there. Yep, that's fine. I'm not expecting much out of this resin. It's kind of old resin, and I mixed them. So, good morning for you, late morning. Yes, it is. I'm only going to be on here for about an hour or so. Yeah, I think 4:30. Right now it's about 3:30. So I'm selling my Mono X 6K for 500, so I can use that towards my Sonic Mighty 8K. That's cool. I'm gonna see if I can try and get some affiliate stuff. I don't know if they'll let me do it for pre-orders though. That would be awesome, but I could definitely share that out if I do. I don't really like using company affiliates because it's like most of the time I have the machines that I want from them, and the only thing I'd probably buy is parts, like FET film or maybe resin if they carry it. So I guess it kind of works, but that's pretty much what I use Amazon for is, if somebody's going to order something off of Amazon, I'm going to I'm just gonna spend it on resin, much like I did with this project that failed. That's a $70 project that's destroyed. I'm real happy about it. Let me tell you. That was disappointing to come home to because it looks so good. And I was like, ah. And you know what I did? I messed with it. I messed with it, and I shouldn't have. I took a cold bottle of resin and I mixed it in there, and I killed it because it was printing fine until I added in that resin. Then it was a whole different ball game. Wow, these came out nice. Wow. That is like the nicest imprint I've ever seen on a. See that? Dang. That came out real good. A lot better than I thought it would. She. These are some strong support stuff. Oh, shit. But they come off easily. Yeah, that's got minimal scarring on that. I like that. So yeah, I found these little guys on while I was just rolling around Facebook one day, and this guy prints something. Come on, I'm in the middle of removing supports. Once I get this stuff all situated, I'll start printing some. I got to remove this failed print and take care of it, and see if maybe we can try and salvage some parts from it. But I'm not expecting it to. I think that's just a take a loss type failure. It's the one downside of resin printing. Wow, this print is insanely like. I gotta be real careful. Is printing like your full-time job? Absolutely not. I make I make a good amount of money um, having a normal job. Um, I work 12-hour shifts. I work for the railroad, and I that pretty much pays for everything. And this is just more or less a side hobby. If I do make any money, like, um, well, I got to reprint it right now, but right behind me on the Viper there's some hands that I printed for somebody that sent me a file. I'm printing those out. It's basically for the little doll from Saw, and I printed those out. So any money that I make from 3D printing basically goes to my taco fund. So it goes directly in my belly. So because I have a taco addiction, and that's legitimate. So, but yeah, this is not my full time gig. I It would be cool to do that, and I probably could because I have enough printers to do that. Um, and I also have a bunch of FDM printers that I can basically make either a I can make both a resin printing farm and an FDM printing farm if I really wanted to, but I'll just let it be. Um, it's not something I need to do to make money. This is like got me worried because I have very meaty hooks, and yeah, I'm gonna destroy this hand. So have you heard of Comgrow resin on Amazon? I think they are rebranding Pionext resin, which you said is pretty good. The bottles look very similar to the Pionext and was cheaper than I've seen other resins. Ordered a few bottles to try out. So I haven't checked it out. Let's take a quick gander over on Amazon here and see what you're talking about. Usually Comgrow is like Creality. So Comgrow, Solvol's like the upgraded Creality. So like if you see Solvol parts or machines, it's like a slightly better Creality. I'm not saying it's far better, but they actually work and they're not a disaster. Which explains a lot because they usually only go for the CR10 models. They don't touch the under 3, which is weird. But that kind of speaks volumes right there. Anyway, let's take a look here. Amazon. let's go to Comgrow resin. Most likely it's going to be. Yep. So that is literally Creality resin, which is Pionex. That is the company that creates all of the resin stuff for Creality. Creality does not make a resin product anymore. Since the release of the Creality Halette Sky, all of the Halette series printers are not made by Creality. I mean, I don't think Creality's ever actually made a resin printer, to be in all honesty. I don't know who made the LDH and the LDR versions. I want to say it's Calent, but I could be wrong on that. I have not confirmed it. Because if that's the case, those are pretty much all the same printers like the Voxelab Proxima, the Cersei's, the Proxima 8.9, the FlashForge Photo 8.9, and like a whole other slew of other printers. So yeah, I bought an under 5 plus at a discount from them. Yeah, you could definitely buy that. So what do you think of the CR10 Mini? That is a really nice printer. It's definitely older technology nowadays. But if you're going to go for the CR10 Mini, as I was just stating, the Soval SV01, I believe it was, is literally a CR10 Mini with a few upgrades here and there. And I think you can purchase it with a silent board now. But it's a really weird build volume, but it's kind of cool because it's like you're a little bit bigger than an Ender 3, but still not as big as a CR10. But you're as big as a CR10 on one axis, but you're as big as an Ender 3 on another axis. It's a weird in between machine. It's older tech, it's outdated, and yeah, I absolutely love the SV01. That was a great machine. It was a workhorse. Same with the SV03, which is essentially a CR10S. Uh, so, but yeah, if you're looking for stuff like that, yeah, I would definitely go with one of those for sure. But if you want to do a little bit more research, you know, there's quite a few other machines out there now that are in the similar price range to that. So just be aware. Yeah, the resin is the same as Creality. Even the bottle sticker is the same except for the brand. Yeah, yeah, I saw it. It's literally they didn't even really try to change it or hide anything. But I mean that's with a lot of companies like who is that? I think it's Jamhe. They make like the Nova 3D. They make E-Packs. They make Elegoo, Anycubic, the Focus resins, all the ones that are in these like brown bottles. There's one manufacturer that makes them. They just rebrand them for everything. There are a few that have slight formulation changes, but for the most part, they're the same. So, gonna print with this resin this week and try it out. Is a true black resin is harder to print with though. You might have to kick up the exposure time, but just do an exposure test and you should be okay. I will let you know one thing, unless they change the formulation, when we got those resins, when we got the Creality Halette Sky before Creality released those, they were boasting that they were low odor, and it was far from the truth. Like, they stank to high heaven. So I hope they change that. I have not tried it out since I had those 2 bottles that they sent us before they started manufacturing or putting them out. So just be aware that they might be a little bit more stinky than what you're used to. So, but if you're looking for cheap resin, this right here, the Focus package, it's 2,000 liters, basically 2 kilograms of resin. I think it's $70 right now, and that's a really, really good deal. So what is that? That's 35 a bottle for a liter of resin. So in all honesty, I bought one brand new for $100 after I bought the Prusa, which in my opinion was a waste of money. Feel other printers are just as good. Yeah, and you know, some people are like that. I get where people are with the whole Prusa thing. it is a very nice, easy printer. But it just, I didn't care for it after a short while. Like it just didn't get the use because the problem with it is the build volumes. So, um, laugh out loud, I will make sure to have my tent closed then when I print them. So to touch on that, there's a lot of people that talk about resin printing and smell. You don't need anything fancy to get the smell out of there. So what's up, James? How's it going? Oh boy. I These models are like really, really thin and there's a lot of thin parts on it. And I just feel like I'm going to snap them in half because this resin is not the greatest. Like I've had it for a while and I just feel like I'm going to freaking kill it. What did you make? I'll show you once I pull it off here, but I got to be really, really careful when I do this because I can just see it going all to hell. I mean, if I broke it, it's fine. It's a very small piece. It'll take very little resin to reprint it, so it's not like it's the end of the world. But I would like to try not to break it right off the bat. That would be fantastic. Okay, so we got that. We just need to get his other arm. Yeah, so resin printers work very easy. So I have a resin printer right here. This has all right, so let's say you don't know anything about resin printing, okay? And yet that might just be the case. So resin printers use a UV light that shines up through basically like your cell phone screen, and that cell phone screen projects an image onto it. And so what it does is it's like think of tinted windows, but what it does is it allows like whatever you're printing. So if I printed this model, so if I printed a hand like this, right? So think of it as like you're watching the screen right now, right? So everything around my hand is blacked out except for my hand. So that's going to shine light and cure it one by one. So when this build plate goes down, it sets in there and it squishes this liquid resin against the screen. And then when it does that, that screen gets an image projected on it. The UV light, because this is UV curable resin, gets cured and it goes layer by layer by layer by layer by layer, and then it creates something. And that's why there's almost no layer lines because it like chemically bonds together. So, but that's probably the best way that I can describe it in like layman's term or idiot guide type thing, without going into super nerdy details. So, um, hi Chris, what is your sleeping time? Yeah, true, but my printers are also in my office space where I work from home for 8 hours a day and then game for another 5 to 6. So I'm in here a lot, and anything that reduces fumes, the better. Understand? That I understand. Like I'm down here, but I'm not always down here. So, and on top of it, I probably run 4 of these printers at a time. I do remember that. And I remember somebody linking me to it and they're like, hey, what is up with this? And this was like when I was still fairly new into resin printing. And I was like, that's kind of cool, but I didn't really know enough about it. So I was like, this could be something. And then, now that I look back on it, I'm like, this that would have never worked. So thank you. I always wanted to get a resin printer. I think I will, to be honest. So if you are, you can go ahead and reach out to me. You can go ahead and message me. And if you want, I can provide an affiliate link to Amazon if you're going to buy it. Now, this is Amazon US. I'm not sure where you are. Um, but there's a great starter deal from Anycubic. It's the Anycubic Mono 4K with a wash and cure station and 1 kilogram bottle of resin. That's pretty much a open the box, start printing type thing. You still will need some, washing to get the resin off, and then maybe like a silicone mat, some gloves, and some paper towels, and that's really about it. Everything else should be included with you. You can go a little bit beyond and maybe buy a nicer scraper or get like what I have. I use this pretty religiously. This is basically a like windshield scraper with a razor blade, and I have a long handle because when I used to have a smaller one, I would bust my knuckles up on the edge of the build plates. So I wanted something that was a little bit further. Uh, yeah, don't sneeze. Yeah, that's definitely not something I want. Oh, Fleshcraft. Hey, I'm taking off the supports right now. Or your stuff, dude. Yeah, I am. That's awesome. Well, welcome to the stream, and thanks for following. Um, that's cool. To be honest, dude, I kind of feel like an a-hole saying that nobody's ever talked about you, but I mean it's kind of true. I see a lot of people talk about like Loot Crate or Loot Studios and Fortis Mint and all these other miniatures, and I'm like, hey, that's great. And literally, I was just browsing on Facebook, not even like 3 days ago, and on Facebook it suggested like a couple pages, and one of them was like for a Nixie clock, and another one was for another miniature, and I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. And then yours popped up, and I'm like, all right, let's see what Fleshcraft Studio is. And I click on it, and I'm like, this is kind of cool. Like, I don't usually do miniatures or anything, but I've been kind of getting into it. And the Forgotten, like instantly, I saw that, and then there was another one that I saw, um, and I forgot the name of it, but it's kind of similar to the Forgotten. It's like the starts with a G, like Geist or something like that. So that was another one that I'll probably end up grabbing at some point in time. But those are definitely some files that I saw and I was like, yeah, it's really cool. So pretty much I got all the Forgotten guys printed, but I think one of their bases didn't work, so I'm gonna have to reprint that. Yeah, the Jesmer Reapers. Yeah, I believe that's it. So, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not a bigger guy in terms of like the YouTube community or TikTok community or anything like that, but I would say my name kind of carries on social media in general. I'm not here to look for followers or anything like that, even though that would be cool. Um, but yeah, I'm just kind of like the same way. I'm like under the radar, and if I need to make a splash, kind of do that type of thing. Now I'm posting. I'm gonna stop. So, but yeah, that's awesome stuff so far. You kind of reminded me of another guy that I met through Frozen called Dark Gods. And I forget his name off the top of my head, but I've talked with him, and like the imaging that you guys use, like the backdrops and things like that of some of your photo or your rendering is very similar. And I think that was another thing that kind of caught my eye. I was like, this is kind of similar designing. And the other thing is I'm an off the wall person, so I don't usually tend to go with the crowd. I never have been, and I never will be. Hence why I'm resin printing and everybody else is FDM printing. And everybody uses, like I said, Fortis Mint and Loot Studios and things like that. Like, yeah, I have some files from them, but I haven't really printed anything from them. So it's like I like to support anybody that I possibly can that I think it has some cool stuff. And like I said, yours just look kind of cool. So And here I am at 3:45 in the morning, taking it off the build plate and getting it all cleaned up. I will say one thing since you're on here. This is very nerve wracking with whichever guy this is. He's got like an open mouth in his chest. The hand part, I don't know if I maybe over cured it or what, but that support structure on his hands is very nerve wracking right now, and I'm trying not to break his hands. And I'm worried that I'm gonna do it. Oh, I think. But I mean, like I said, if we end up breaking something, we can always reprint it. Yeah, I broke a finger. I knew that was going to happen. Still looks cool. I broke one of his fingers though, so he's got 3 fingers or 4 fingers on one and 5 fingers on the other. So, but he still came out pretty cool. So that is that's definitely nerve wracking. I see. I believe this is lychee slicer, right? Oh no, it's not. Maybe not. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Um, yeah, yes, they are. Those are some of my first designs from over a year ago before I really learned more about heroic scaling and stuff. Cool. If I made them today, they would be way more thick in many places. That's still kind of cool because those are like the fingers that they have are like insanely thin. So that kind of shows off how resilient the resin printing can be. So best followers, primes, and viewers on mountviewers.com. What? I don't even know who that is or what that is. Why don't you use like small tweezers or scissors? Yeah, I do actually have those, and I probably should. They're literally sitting right next to me, but I'm being dumb. So yes, thank you for the tip and me not using that. So I looked up the phone printer was called T3D, and their website is shut down. Yeah, kind of figured. What's up, Mo? I have a major failure on the printer right there. Totally my fault. We had a day yesterday where it was like really really nice during the day, and then it dropped off drastically in at the nighttime where it was basically snowing, and I didn't properly heat the area. And I work in a basement, so yeah, when I poured in some extra resin before I went back to work, um, yeah, that cold resin wasn't really too happy to sit in there. And I know it was because of the cold resin because I literally poured it in, and that's exactly where it failed. So yeah, I have a nice $70 print right there, just chilling. That's absolutely failed. So, do I prefer Shitu box or lychee? So I'm grandfathered into Shitu box. I've always been a Shitu box guy, probably will be for a while. I've been trying to dip my hands into lychee, and that's only because the photon slicer has been giving me some weird anomalies on my prints, and I'm not sure what is going on, but I needed to move away from that really quickly because I literally could not print anything that was pre-supported, and I don't know why. I sent it off to Anycubic to see if they can figure out what's going on, but I'm just waiting back. But I do have both pro versions. I know there's another version of Lychee now that's like Ultimate or something like that, and I just have both of the pro versions. And Lychee, I see a lot of people doing support structures in there, and they look really, really nice, and they're super easy to remove. Very little pitting. Um, Obviously, those are tune supports, so I gotta ask around and see if I can get some maybe like ability to import them or get their settings, because a lot of them are really, really nice, and I'd like to have that. But I'm slowly trying to get into Lychee, but I don't think it'll be a home for me, to be in all honesty. It'll just be kind of there to help people with working in it. The same as I have, like, I work in simplified 3D when I use FDM, but I also have Cura because, well, most of the time Cura comes with the machine right off the bat. And I would probably say 95% of the people use Cura when they come into the group. So it's very rare that they use something else. So I'm going to take your tip and use tweezers and kind of go from that because I'm a dummy and didn't think about it. I'm still it's still very nerve wracking because these are insanely thin. These hands. Catching these hands. Send you an invite. Oh, give me a second, man. Here, you know what? I'll put up the invite on the banner if you guys just want to type it in. Because I kind of got my hands full right here. Even though that's kind of a lie. There we go. I can also recommend putting them in hot water. Should make supports. Yeah. Absolutely will work with that. Yeah, we'll definitely make an update video on this, and I'll probably end up reprinting that guy because, like I said, I need to reprint one of their bases. One of them failed. Not sure why it failed or anything like that, but yeah, it's on there. Let's see here. What's up, Vincent?
Hey,
How's it
uh,
going?
working on the second ship from Stargate.
Oh yeah, cool,
Got some parts already done.
nice.
Look.
You're doing a lot better than what I am right now. Like, ugh.
There are some parts that I want to do in resin.
Table flip foundry.
Like
Why does
this,
that sound like a miniature designer?
I got this one, and gotta make 16 of these,
Oh wow.
and I
You
gotta
know what?
paint them.
I'm sitting here, and why don't I put on OBS and do Logitech in that corner?
So yeah, I'm filing them very slightly on both sides so they can fit in there.
Yeah. There we go. Now you guys can watch me do this. Ooh, that's a little toasty. Oh, no way. That's cool.
So it needs to be looking like this when it's done. It needs to be fit in there and glued in there.
That fits pretty good.
Yeah, but it takes a while to do that. We got to do 16 of them.
You need, oh, you know, so you say that, Mo, and I actually just bought these yesterday, and I got them in because of things like that. So, well, again, I should be using it. Come on. Flip it down. I got these.
Look
Yeah, it's
weird,
got,
but I think they will work.
they're like, it's jeweler's glasses. So that way I can take a look at everything and see it. This is what happens when, your brain just doesn't work. So first off, I have like a major head cold, and as you can or cannot tell, I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit. So um, I have that. So my brain is not functioning the way that it should today. And then to top it all off, it's what, almost 4 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah, I've been awake for almost 30 hours.
Jesus.
So yeah, so these are basically the doors for the rocket.
Nice. So table flip. You said you do pre-supported for Fleshcraft. I take it these are Shitu box supports on here. Do you guys use Lychee supports now? Because I see a lot of creators, miniature creators, use those. I'm just curious. And yes, I can tell right away who's what.
So what is that in the background that was an epic fail, Matt?
It's a samurai helmet.
Oh, okay.
This one is the God. I was just talking about it earlier. Um, Now I lost which ones I'm doing. So I don't even know. It's an older one, he said. So the editability of the sports make it much better to use. I kind of figured. Like I said earlier, I see a lot of miniature people going to Lychee for supports and stuff like that nowadays. But yeah, what's up, man? How's it going? How's your day been, Vincent?
Oh, sorry. Mine. Yeah, okay. So I've been printing, watching some movies. Going to take a nap this afternoon. Tonight I'm going to learn again for my written exam for my car license. Epic fail, maybe for the fourth time.
Who knows? Fourth time's the charm, maybe. You
My
never know.
brother told me he had to do the exam 7 times before he passed.
Whoa.
So that's gonna be expensive. You can buy a nice printer for the money.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
these are the forgotten. That's what these guys are. Sorry, you were talking.
so that's what I've been basically doing, and so still searching through the boxes and slowly getting there.
Gotcha.
I fixed my printer. It still makes that weird noise.
I mean, it's an ender. What do you expect?
No, this is a different sound. Like something
The
is
sound.
scraping against something else, and I'm looking. The belts are good. So I think maybe one of the wheels.
Yeah, I was just gonna say check the wheels. That would be my next guess.
That's the only thing I didn't check yet.
I
So
did
maybe
forget
we
the name.
gotta replace them.
Lychee supports look nicer than Shitu box. I've heard of people making supports in Lychee and creating the print file in Shitu box. Yeah, that's kind of like what I do for a lot of printers. Is I do all my work in Shitu box and then I export it to other slicers. So I completely understand that. Um, but yeah, I see a lot of miniatures do that, and they literally just they pull away with ease. But with these guys, like their hands are insanely thin, so like the supports are thicker than their fingers. That's how insane they are.
So Matt, I was seeing your videos, and you're using a different FDM printer. Which brand was it?
What do you mean?
The FDM printer that you're using, the one I
Any
saw.
cubic Viper.
Okay, it's
Uh,
so
by
that's a good one.
Absolutely, 100%. I will suggest that printer to everybody. It is a great printer. It's got a lot of features that are just like top tier right off the bat. So they are a little bit pricey, but they basically have everything you need. They have a dual geared extruder, I believe, on it, dual Z, auto leveling, a volcano hot end. So if you want to switch out the nozzle and go bigger, you can just do that super easy. And then you can just lay down plastic like no tomorrow. And it'll just shoot plastic through there because the volcano hot end is just awesome. Um, it's got a magnetic PEI textured sheet on it, so you just take it off and you flex it, and it's good to go. So it's
Okay.
it really is a great printer, and I've had nothing but success printing with that. So
Let's take a look. What will cost an Anycubic?
yes, Anycubic Viper. Now they do have the Cobras that are their new ones, but I don't know about those. They're still kind of new, so I don't know too many people that have them. I did not get one, so I don't have a personal um, thought on them. So we are going through extensive testing for V2 of the cones of calibration. We are learning some very interesting things about the various slicers that are out there. Really? Did you guys create the cones of calibration? Maybe that's why you popped up on my feed then, because I talk a lot about calibration on resin printing, and that could
Uh,
be why.
360.
360.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That came down about $100 then. That would be me. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's a possibility of why because you're connected to them in some way, shape, or form. Um, Fleshcraft. That's why they popped up on my Facebook feed. Pretty cool models though. I will say that.
So it's auto bed leveling.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, sir. Auto bed leveling that actually works, because it's not a pile of crap BL Touch.
Dual Z. So
I
no,
just
no.
heard about the cones from 3D printed tabletop a couple days ago. Yeah, I've had a couple people talk to me about it, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't tried them yet. I've seen some posts around, but I didn't even know who made them. Well, now I do.
Looks like a nice machine.
Yeah, it's definitely a real nice machine.
Touchscreen display.
Yep, which I could really care less. So as long as the printer works, I don't care if it's got a touch screen or a scroll screen or anything like that.
A 32-bit board. Okay.
Oh, that's fine. Thanks. You can share it out. You guys can join in. I'm always on live at random times, like today. Like I said, even though it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm here. It's fine. I don't have work today, so I can kind of sleep in, but I really shouldn't. So I'll probably head off here at about 5 in about an hour or so. So that one's good. He's done. These guys are insanely fragile. Must be Italian. Get an air purifier size to the room. I agree. That's what I use. I have 13 resin printers here. So, Also, just FYI, Flashcraft, these will probably go up on my review when I do the review for um, the Creality Hallet One Plus. So I'll link your. I thought I saw a Patreon, but for some reason it didn't show me that the first time around. So I just went on your Cults or Mini Factory. I forgot where I bought the files because these were like I think they were like $9. So so I'll have to check out the Patreon.
Yeah, I think that's a good machine to buy for my next printer.
You should buy it now.
No,
Do it.
no, 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 no. First,
Do
wait
it
for the
now and
written
sell the
exam.
enders. Be happy.
First my car license,
It's very true.
because I have to switch over this Saturday. I'm going to switch from stick shift to automatic.
What's wrong with you? Don't be
Um,
American.
the funny thing is, I can drive everything on two wheels, no problem there.
That's good.
Uh, I can drive quads, I can drive trikes, no problem. But I don't got enough feeling in my feet to pop the clutch,
Yep.
because I got problems with my legs. So the guy basically told me to switch over to automatic.
Yeah, I can understand that. When I had a stick shift, we have we have terrible traffic in Chicago at certain times, and driving a stick shift was just hell. And
Yeah,
that was probably 15 years ago now. So
yeah. The annoying thing is, if you get an automatic driver's license here, you're not allowed to drive stick shift, and about 95% of the cars here in the Netherlands are stick shift.
you're right, as they should be.
I'm in. If I'm driving a car, I'm a lazy driver. If I drive on
Yeah,
a bike, a motorbike, or a scooter, or a moped, I'm
there
crazy.
you go. Yeah, I gotta get my. I have a Honda Ruckus. I don't remember if I told you or not. I bought it.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures. Nice bike.
Oh, it's gonna get even nicer. I bought really expensive wheels. It's gonna get
Okay.
a Zuma, a Yamaha Zuma, I think it is. What's up, man? Um, yeah, it's gonna get a Zuma engine in it. So we're gonna deck it out this year. So I probably won't be riding it this summer, unfortunately, but
You know,
I probably have like 6 grand worth of parts that I'm gonna be putting into it.
wow.
It's gonna get a massive upgrade.
Yeah. So the thing is, I didn't tell my um. Yeah, I'm tired. The guy that gives me the driver's lessons.
Yeah.
I didn't told him that I got problems with my legs and feet. Otherwise, I have to go back to the doctor, get a new checkup, need an exam. Going to cost me another 200 euros.
Wow.
So I didn't told him that. That's why I maybe got issues with my clutch.
Gotcha.
I can shift the car. I can drive, but it's the short stops. If you're in traffic or when you need to park it, then I've got problems.
Right.
So yeah, that's why I'm waiting. I've got about 1,200 euros to spend basically to buy a new printer, but not yet.
Understood. So then here's an easy thing. Sell your Ender 3s right now and go and get a Viper when you sell them. You'll have a
Yeah,
much better printing time. I will
the
tell you
nice
that.
thing, the nice thing of my ender is I didn't have a lot of problems beside the bent bed, and one time the Z rod because it was not greased in. That's the only thing I think.
Hold
And
on.
how long do I got my printer now? By almost 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
So
Dang it.
yeah, but I want a better machine.
Gumped up. Guess we're gonna have to clean that.
No, I was looking in the Prusa stuff, but I think they are too expensive.
I agree, but I'll be getting another Prusa. I'll be
Everybody,
I'll probably have one by the end of the month, I would say. I think.
everybody's telling me that it's a reliable machine, but price
Absolutely.
wise, I think it's too expensive. It costs about 900 euros to get one, and you have to put it together.
Yeah, that's the kit. Hold on, let me get my MMF account. Let me pull this up here. Make sure that it's on here even. Uh,
The new XL from Prusa, wow.
yeah, no, I'm good. That's way too much money.
I don't know what's the cost price of one of those.
So it
Never.
wasn't my mini factory that I purchased this stuff from, so it had to been somewhere else. I don't even remember where the hell I purchased it from. One of the websites. Let's go back in my history because I just grabbed it the other day.
2000. Wow.
Come on, you got that money to throw away?
No.
Oh, maybe it was my mini factory. What the hell? Why does it say I didn't have that for a purchase? You've been invited to redeem your Kickstarter pledge.
Tool switching, individual addressing
Oh,
heat
you know,
zones.
hold
Oh,
on.
okay.
Application.
So basically, you will heat up the bed under your print, and the rest of the bed
Oh
will be
no, there
cool.
it is. Okay. Yep, I got it. So, oh, okay, that's fine. Um, yeah, my username is the same on here. It's Akuma Mods. So if you're looking for me, it's like my name is the same on all social medias. It's no different. So much like you guys are probably the same. So, but it's got tool switching, individually addressable heat zones. Yeah, that's the one that's going to be interesting on that printer is the addressable heat zones on it. Um,
Don't you think it will save a lot of money, especially with the bigger print,
well,
with the
not
bigger
only that,
printers?
like you can also use that to your advantage. So, like, let's say you have a high end material like nylon, and you are printing with soluble supports. You can make sure that the center of the bed or wherever your print is addressed to heat up at 280 or whatever, 300 degrees, whatever it needs for it. And then all around, you know, you can you can have less or none at all or whatever. So yeah, no, I'm concerned about the new bed leveling system because look, I'll be honest here. Like, there's Prusa that I think of. That's the MK1, MK2, MK3 line. I don't consider the Prusa Mini really a Prusa, and the reason being is while it is Prusa name, it does look like a Prusa and everything. The reliability factor for the Prusa Mini that I've seen from everybody is not even comparable.
Yeah, I've heard there was a lot of problem with the Mini.
Yeah, and there's still problems with it. Like, and it's just like random things here and there. So it's not even a like, oh, it's a supply chain issue. Like, all right, this part is bad, so we're gonna switch it up for the next batch. No, it's like they fix one issue and then they have another issue, and then it's kind of like a Creality printer. It's kind of bad. I hate to say that about the printer, but that's kind of how it's been from what
Yeah.
I've seen. Is like just looking at like Uncle Jesse. Every single time I see him talk about that printer, it's literally a failure every single time. So yeah, that's $2,000 with just one extruder. So that's still quite expensive.
What we are doing, James. I'm building my second ship from Stargate.
Yep, and I'm removing supports from this print that I did with Fleshcraft Studios. So
I'm filing down 16 of these small hatches that need to be fitted in here.
good luck.
Yeah, so yeah, the Viper looks like a good machine.
Absolutely is, 100%. I got a guy to switch his entire print farm from a CR6 to an Anycubic Viper in literally less than a week. I got on TikTok. He had one Viper at the time and he has all CR6, and I'm like, I had the same thing. I had a CR6 and then I had a Viper. I gave the CR6 away, and it was a hard thing to give away. I will say that that is definitely a really good Creality machine, but the Viper is made the same way. It's made by the same manufacturer that makes the CR6 SE, but the Viper has far more better stuff on it right out of the box than the CR6. So
There's one thing already out of the box that I really like: Dual Z.
yes,
The sagging of the gantry is an issue with the Ender 3 when you're using it for a longer time,
yep,
because you have to bed level basically one side lower.
yep.
Fourth one, fifth one. Yeah, so because I think my machine is, I think, on the end of its life cycle.
It was at the end of its life cycle when you got it.
Ah, no, that's not true.
The one was. I don't know what the hell happened on this one. This was a failed print.
No, yeah, no, the Ender is a fun printer to start with and learn stuff. That's
Take that
one
back.
thing I definitely did. Learned a lot of things.
Yeah, you learned how much of a pile of garbage it is.
No, no, it's
I'm
like
sorry. I had to.
if something breaks, it's not that expensive to fix. So you're not, and also you're not scared to try to repair something yourself.
Yeah, and that's exactly what those are made for. Like they're made to be upgraded. They're not made to
Yeah,
be running stock all the time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially when you're running it 24/7.
Yeah,
My fans
yeah, and
broke
that's
down
the
a
other
couple
thing.
of times already.
They're not meant to be like a print farm printer, really.
No,
People use them for it all the time, and they can get away with it, sure. But yeah, there's a lot of times that that just doesn't happen.
I had two broken fans already. One motherboard fan, two in the front from the cooling for my hot end. Yeah, my hot end.
Yeah,
So three fans that broke in less than a year.
damn it, I broke the chain.
So I was lucky I had a spare fence laying around. And the noise. Oh,
Yes,
that thing makes so much noise. That's why I think it's on the end of its life cycle. Nah. If you see how much hours I printed with my printer,
yep.
see you, Ray.
Man, have a nice day to you. I have working to do. All right, have fun Ray. Sent you a PM on Facebook. Cool. I'll take a look at it when my hands aren't filled with glue. Why am I covered in glue?
Yeah, so basically the extra 303 that I did from Stargate that's finished. I still need to get the right glue for it because I want to glue it together.
Right.
And the guns that needs to be on there, those are the ones that I want to resin print because they're very small
Right.
and they on the FDM they don't look as nice. Yeah, same with this one. It's an antenna on the front of the ship, but doesn't look as well. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that would be best to print something that thin in resin.
Yeah.
I loathe the lack of dual Z on the under 3 Pros. Yeah, that's something that definitely should have been done on those printers. Question, Matt. Do I order my M3 Max through their website or wait until a UK stockist gets one? Which is quicker? You know what? With the stuff that's going on in the UK, I would just order direct from them because you have no idea. Like, you guys have a terrible time with getting stuff like that. So, in my opinion, it'd just be better to order direct because you're gonna save yourself a headache of waiting on the possibility. And with the, like I said, the way that things have been going, I don't think there's going to be a good possibility uh, of there being a reseller.
So was I reading it correctly that the bed is a little bit bigger than the one of the Ender?
Yeah, they say it is, but I don't know if it truly is. Just slightly bigger if it is. 245, I think, for the Viper. Um, so if you go to my YouTube channel, James, and click on, oh no, I didn't. Never mind. I don't have my affiliate set up. Never mind. I don't. So thank you though. I don't have any discount codes either because it's a new machine. That stuff usually doesn't happen. So all right, Gerard, have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping in and chit chatting. Come on. Yeah, these supports on this guy that's pretty heavy supports for a guy this size.
It's freaking hot in here, but I cannot open my door, man.
Why not?
Uh, because the wind direction comes into the house and will
That's
destroy my print.
what? You're just printing PLA. That's nothing special.
It will cool down too hard and it will uh, warp.
Huh.
It happened to me twice. I was doing a big print like this piece of Stargate. Look,
Oh
look how
wow.
bad. My mom was here and she opened the back door here and this print was running.
Yeah, 20 to 30-day shipping, but here's the thing, you'll still get it faster than a Jupiter.
Man, I hate this part. Oh, next one. Yep. 9 to go. You're lucky you don't hear my printer running.
No, I
I
don't.
think that because I got that audio stuff. What's it called again? Noise canceling.
Yeah, suppressor.
Yeah, because this my machine is making a noise madness. It's
Really,
feeling
that's horrible.
some
Terrible.
movements. It sounds like somebody's mowing the lawn in my room.
I definitely don't miss those days. Silent stepper drivers. Yeah, what's up, Carl? How's it going, man?
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it. Hold on.
Hey, Fleshcraft, if you guys redo these supports on these the Forgotten, let me know because I'll be honest, this is kind of a pain. Yeah, that's kind of loud.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
I think I already found out what it is. It's the ball bearing on the side of the belt.
gotcha.
Where,
Not bad. Just
where
spent an hour fixing my under seven. Well, what else is new? It's a Creality product.
if you
What's
look on if you look how much money I spend in the machine on parts, maybe 50 euros in the past 3 years.
yeah,
Wear and tear of the rollers. I switched out all the rollers off the bed and everything
yep, I remember.
because the other ones were completely done. In the beginning, I switched out the bed because it was bent. Switched out the bottom
I'm just
tube and
I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm sorry. It's just this is the most tedious process I've done, but I am doing it because these guys look fucking awesome. So see, and all those upgrades, you know what you could have had by now? A
a
Viper.
Viper. Yeah. No, it was my first machine. I didn't know anything about 3D printing, and it was like, let's try it out and take a look if I want to keep on going and spend more money on better machines. That was basically my mindset when I bought
Yep.
my first printer.
And that's literally everybody. So
Yeah.
it's understandable. Okay, so that is all detached.
Yeah, I cannot even imagine that somebody got a print farm in Enders.
Oh, I used to have one, so
If you had 20 printers running, how much of them are broken at once?
oh dude, it was like two a day. It was horrid. It's
That
the
sucks.
worst thing ever. Aha. That one was good. That one was good. I'll take that one. That one was one of the better ones. What's up, William? How's it going, man? These are going to be hell to wash and cure. I'll be so worried about breaking them. All right, so we're all done with those. I probably could have sized those guys up a little bit more because those are teeny. What's that? 32 millimeters, I think. Those are worth every penny. Going good, keeping busy even at 5:30 a.m. Yeah, I hear you. That's my wake up time. I enjoy the peace before everybody wakes up. Ah, that's understandable. That's why I usually do things at night because I can enjoy my peace and quiet. So, all right. Um, yeah, we're gonna have to take that off. I got to. Let's see. We got some support I could probably use.
So what basically happened with your big print?
So the weather shifted.
Yeah.
So it was like really higher end temperature, like 65, 70 one day, yesterday, and then dropped down to like 30 and snowing at night. I came home from break, on my break
Shrinkage.
from work, and it was running low on resin. So I took a brand new bottle of resin without heating it up, added it in there, and literally as it got to the um, got to the resin that I added in, it started failing. So yeah,
So basically you had too much shrinkage in the resin because it was too cold.
yeah, like it coagulates. It like stiffens up almost. So
Oh crap.
what's up, Robert? Yeah, so totally my fault, um, but also weather related, and just me not thinking about what's going to happen if I do this with the weather. So I need something better. And then I was moving stuff around and I broke the wing off of this guy. I was like, damn it. I just was not having a good day today for stuff for prints.
Yeah, and how much does a resin shrink when you cure it?
Depends on the resin.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the second ship had a lot more work than the first one.
Yep.
Need to buy new brushes, very small ones, and need to buy paint.
Yep, there's our failure right there.
Stuck to the vat.
Yep. All right. Time to remove my tube failure. That's a fun one. You bought it. Matt, what game you printed? What? Hey, Rebecca, how's it going?
Where do you see the other chat?
So that's on my personal page. Like I said,
Oh, okay.
it doesn't transfer into the chat here, and I don't know why. Oh, what have you printed? So I don't know if they're still on here, but Fleshcraft Studios had like these cool little guys called the Forgotten, and I printed those little miniature guys. You can see they're all kind of cool and like I guess I must have a thing for like Reapers and what do they call them in Harry Potter? Um,
Death Eaters?
what is it?
Death Eater?
That might be it. There's
No,
another
yeah.
word for that though.
Um, yeah, you mean one of those black ones with the cape that
Yeah,
sucked the life out of you?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
Something cool. No, God,
If I'm correct, it was a
Dementors.
Dementor.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that was it.
Yeah. So they kind of look like Dementors, and I was like, yeah, that looks really cool. They got like a flowy design to them. They look really like depressive a little bit, like really crazy stuff. And there's a whole thing of it here. I'll show you guys what they look like. Um, but I saw them and it's weird because I saw that and then I also saw the side that kind of looked like a band. And I'll tell you exactly why I think that. So just give me a second here.
There's
Let
a
me
there's a new Harry Potter coming out next year.
oh yeah.
Yeah, they are making one with the original cast.
Oh no way. That's pretty cool.
It's already done because they wanted to release it this year, but this year the Fantastic Beast is out
Yeah.
this month, so they are gonna wait until next year
Yeah.
or
So
the end of this year.
So here's the guys, and I don't know, they just kind of remind me like a band. Like this is like the stoner guy. This is the guy who's gonna be the actual like drummer and everything. You got the two singers and then like the bassist all the way on the left here. I don't know why I thought that, but I was just like, yeah, these guys looked really cool. And then like their chains, which unfortunately I don't think any of these models their chains came out. One of them did.
Slipknot in Ghouls.
Yeah, that's kind of like they remind me of. So I was like, this is kind of cool, and they just caught my eye, and I was like, all right, let's take a look. And like I was talking to them earlier, there was another one that caught my eye, and this is like their newer stuff, so we can take a look at that. But where are they? They were further down because they're the older models. Like this one was kind of cool looking. I like this. This kind of remind me of the robot from Judge Dredd with his mouth open like that. So that guy looks kind of cool, chained up and stuff. And then the other one were these guys, I think. Yeah. So these guys, they remind me of something, and I'm not sure what. Maybe like Poltergeist, like the scene where they're in the backyard and the skulls are coming up. I don't know. So, but yeah, those guys looked really cool. These guys looked really cool. Like these guys remind me of Lord of the Rings.
A
Like
lot
yeah,
of details.
all kinds of cool little stuff. So, but yeah, a lot of cool little guys. The creators over here laughing his ass off. Yeah, it does look like a band. See, I'm not crazy. I swear. I'll just give them names and be like, yeah, this is Rich. That's Bobby. This is Danny. Looks like the band out of Hotel Transylvania. Yeah, there you go. See, kind of looks like something like that. So, but there you go. There's a next idea for you. You can make the band. All right.
Next time I'm gonna do it with a Dremel.
There you go.
7 to go.
Oh, that really sucks.
Wow, look at how much resin, man. And this is
I hate
on
that.
and this is on camera, so you cannot even imagine how big that piece is.
It's a helmet. It's half of a helmet.
Wow.
Excuse me, was supposed to be a helmet. I'll take some notes. All of his followers will be like, "What the hell is this?"
How much filament is on there? Resin.
How much resin? That's about $70 worth of resin.
Wow.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Wow. Worst failure ever.
Basically, if you do a lot of big prints, you need a stable temperature.
Yes, which that's why that thing has dual heaters in it with the
Is
temperature
it,
controller. So
is that one heated up on the inside?
don't dump it, clean it up, and 3D print a skull to put inside. Yeah, I could. It's only one half of a helmet though. The Dementors would be a cool band name for sure.
If you do that, you're gonna get a problem, I think, if, if you print that and they will see it. Look at the guy that built his car like one of the cars and
Yeah,
did Lightning McQueen on the side, and he got sued by the company.
do I still have my big scraper? I don't
Yeah.
think I got rid of it because I was like, what the hell do I need it for? All right. Yeah. Nope. I ended up tossing it. I'd love to be in the chat with all the others. Where are they chatting? So that's actually on my personal page is where the others are chatting as well. So they're also on my Facebook group, 3D printing for noobs. That's another group. That's my main group. We got about 74,000 members on it. We're going to be coming up on our 3rd year anniversary on about a month from now. Actually, I think a month from today. So 3 years.
Yeah, that group is growing fast.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a nap.
So you gotta take a nap.
Yeah, I've been awake now for 31 hours, and I got a Skype call in 3 hours.
Ah, gotcha.
So sorry guys, I'm yawning and I'm almost falling asleep.
What happened?
I'm almost falling asleep. It's gonna
Ah,
be the second in the second. That's gonna be the second time in all the live streams that I fall asleep.
I can't even count how many times I've fallen
Oh
asleep.
man, don't get me started. You did that so much, especially when we were not live and just talking to each other through what was it, Discord, I think.
Yep. Discord, Chris always used to fall asleep.
Yeah, that you can hear in the background.
Yep.
Yeah. So okay, guys. See you later.
All right, man. You have a
Bye,
good
man.
one.
See ya.
Oh, I'm so pissed. I hate that so much. All right. Yep. What a waste. I agree. And the problem is not resin is not like FDM where you can just like piece it together because of shrinkage. Not every print is going to print the same as it did before. So if there's a failure, most likely something shrunk and didn't connect the way that it was supposed to. So when you go to try to reprint it or cut it and then print it, it's not going to work. But yeah, kind of ticked off at that one. It's a lot of money down the drain. I mean, this one failed too, but I kind of knew that that one was going to fail because we were playing some alchemy and we were mixing. There's like 6 different resins in that vat, so I was like expecting nothing to really print from it. So, all right. Oh, that's because this is not in there. Put that back in. Oop. Let's go. Import that model. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna head out here because it's being 5 o'clock a.m. and I should probably try and get some sleep because I got some stuff to do this afternoon. I should probably tighten that down before I have a disaster that I wake up to, and me being a dummy, don't need another dummy failure to be chalked up to me. Yeah, that's what I need. Okay, so press play. Basically, go from there. Let's mix this up a little bit really quick. So yeah, um, yeah, guys, I think we're gonna call it a night or a day, whatever you want to call it. So, and yeah, you're always welcome on the chat. If you want to come on the actual chat and talk face to face, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to show off your stuff, you can go ahead and do that too. I have no problem with people boasting what they do. So there's the StreamYard link for this stream right here if anybody wanted to join, but obviously it's kind of late for that. But I'll have it on here the next time. So nice meeting you. Remember, check your PM. Yes, I see that right now. I will get to that. I'll probably get to it later on today. Probably not right now, but yeah, I'm my brain's going. So, and of course he joins in while we're leaving. So, what's up, Matt?
Hey, how are you? I'm sorry I'm so late. I just seen your thing and your. I was totally immersed in some work and
I
man, one
understand.
thing. Hold on a second, I can't see you right now at
That's so
all.
weird watching that because it's like moving back and forth. That's mesmerizing.
It's
But
pretty
either
good,
way,
right?
I was just kind of saying a good night for everybody because it's 5 o'clock here and I should probably try and get some sleep. So, but I thank you for joining in.
All right, no problem.
So,
Thank you. I will leave again. Goodbye, everybody.
all right, guys, you have a good one, and until next time, happy printing.